I'm sorry for the delay. We're having some personnel issues here, waiting for the Steve, who's awesome, but has stuff to do. Has a life like all of us. So we'll start a little bit. Aaron, Eugene is getting ready for his opening move of awesomeness. And is right now the only person you can see. I just did like a fist pump, like awesome, but nobody can see me because it's just him and me. So Discord, which we're using for video, doesn't show me at all on the side.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh, no, oh yeah, it's like nobody can totally see it.
Oh,
it's like,
so they only see me right now?
Yeah, totally. No, yeah, you're looking fine though. By the way, you're
well,
good.
Thank you very much.
Don't change a thing.
Should I try to move my mouth with how you speak?
Oh, that would be awkward. Okay, here. That would be awkward. That was very awkward. That's horrible. Don't do that again. Yeah, let's say no. Let's say no to that one.
All right, no problem.
Let's see.
I actually had to go back and listen to at least the end of the last session, just so I could catch myself back up. And there's a lot of stuff that happened in the last session.
Yeah, a lot happened. Yeah, we made some new contacts. You got a book, which is going to give you the ability to take your next advance with that dragon ability you wanted.
I got 2 books.
Yeah, 2 books, but one specifically for the dragon thing.
Yes, one for the dragon thing. And I've already though decided to take instead of the dragon thing, I'm going to use the other one for book learning. Do you know what that is?
I don't. Which playbook is that from, or is that from your own?
From the Hunter.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, book learning. Basically, when encountering a supernatural roll, or when encountering the supernatural, roll mind to know a bit about the creature and how to kill it. And on a 10 plus, ask a follow-up question for an honest answer.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's basically like when Buffy and the gang run back to the school library and
right, totally. Nice.
Look up how to kill it.
Very cool, man.
Or like when
that
other guy.
If you do you actually have this advance already, or like
yeah,
you already took it. So now you have book learning.
I have it now. Yep.
Cool.
Because I got the book.
And then you learn
the tome. Actually, it's the Hunter's tome, Hunter's collection.
Oh, is it the epitome of darkness? Way inside joke there. Way inside.
No.
Wait a second. It's epitome.
Epitome. The epitome.
Hold up here. Horrible inside joke from way back in the day.
Way back.
Cool. So yeah, that's an awesome move, man.
Yeah.
Especially, I think, depending on where this session is going, that's going to actually end up being pretty helpful for you.
Oh, good. I like to hunt.
Yes. It's what you do. It's the name of your playbook.
I have not killed enough demons in this game, I have to say.
Yeah,
or vampires.
Yeah. You haven't killed a lot of anything. I mean, you've done a few destructions there, but yeah, I mean, we should get you in there.
I know.
You've been playing it safe and political. A good job.
I've been such a good guy.
Yeah, well, that is a perspective type of thing. Yeah.
Knee slapper. With one hand, not two.
With one hand. Good job. Awesome. So yeah, okay, that's an excellent move, man. So let's see here. Yeah, book learning is cool. I'm waiting for you to get like you don't have a safe house yet, do you? You haven't chosen that move.
No, I have not taken a safe house yet.
Gotcha. That actually might be a good segue. That's from your Hunter's playbook.
Is that for me?
Is it what?
Is that in the Hunter's playbook?
Yep.
I don't remember that.
Yep. And that's
Oh
actually
yeah.
You can choose whatever you want, of course. But right now, with your apartment having been messed with, this might be a good segue type of dealio.
Oh
You know what I mean?
yeah. Yeah.
Just putting it out
Sweet.
there. Just putting it out there.
That's neat. Yeah, that's cool. Secure location that you can hole
Yeah.
up in.
Yes. Apologies to any viewers. We're just short a Steve at the moment, so the video only shows Aaron. not that there's anything wrong with looking at just Aaron. Trust me, he's a handsome man, freaking handsome. But that's why you can't see me, and that's why we're not quite taking off here. Let's see. Dr. Arcadia has a question. Are demons and vampires inherently bad in the game, or does Eugene just like to kill them? Question for Eugene. Why don't you take that one, Eugene?
Well, yes. I mean, basically, it's more about the reason that I want to kill them, because they're all kind of either super manipulative or soul sucking or blood sucking in some way. Like, it's basically the undead that or demonic forces that really have to survive off of others that I'm out to get. So, I mean, other mortals like myself.
Cool.
So yeah.
Good answer.
Although I gotta say, if you watched the last episode, I did have 2 vampire bodyguards temporarily. So, it's not like I just shoot everyone I see.
And if you don't think that they got they were on some kind of revenge duty, they did something wrong to somebody to be put on duty guarding a hunter, you're wrong, because they were totally that was a punishment for them. So
that was a punishment.
Plus, they got to keep them alive. Like, oh god, you're even in worse trouble if this guy ends up dead.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve's here.
I'm here.
Yay!
Hey.
There you go.
Now we are all here.
We are all here. Excellent. Welcome, Adrian. How are you doing today, sir?
Good.
Excellent. Let me just get things situated here. Let's see. It has been a while, boys. Change one thing real quick.
I was gonna say not too long. Like a week.
Well, I miss you guys.
Growing soft in your old age.
Oh, it's long since been so. And here we are. Awesome. All right, and we're set up. So welcome, Steve. Hope you had a great week.
I did. Had a wine dinner before this, so.
Oh, nice. Loosened up and ready for the role
I had to
playing.
stay for the second main course, so.
The second main. This sounds like my kind of meal here.
Well, the first main course was duck. This was brisket.
Oh, you poor son of a bitch!
But I missed dessert for you guys.
Oh wow!
That means something. Brought it home with you though.
Another 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
What was dessert?
Some lemon tart of some sort.
What was her name?
Same with the dessert wine too, which I love. So.
Oh.
If I didn't have 5 or 6 bottles of dessert wine in the fridge, I would, I'd be really traumatized.
You can make up for it on your own then.
But I can make up for it.
It's like homework.
Being as the wine tastings in the building where I work, I have pretty much the option to go down and get one of the bottles if I need to.
Oh, nice.
Good job.
Awesome. Make that part of lunch. Who knows?
It goes with any occasion, really.
You work for the IRS, right?
Sadly, no.
All right. Okay, let's get to this, boys. So this is session 7 of Urban Shadows. Welcome to New Midian. And it's damn. So that's we're way more than half now. We're closing in on the end. So as I was talking to you guys earlier, and I'll just share with any viewers. So yes, from this point on, I'm gonna try my best to go with 100% attendance or no session, only because we're so close to the end with these last 3 sessions. There's so much going on that to have someone not there would like cripple the rest, I think.
Yeah, it's hard when there's a bunch of threads you're trying to, tie together.
Yeah, and it's like some belong to others. So, so I think do we agree that there won't be a session next week because Mark and you have other things going on?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so next session, well, I'll put that on the Discord schedule that there won't be a session this coming Thursday. But yeah, cool. So good to see you here. Glad you made it. We're all happy. But yeah, this is there's so much happening here. I mean, it's just a shame to waste any of it really. So much story to tell that you guys have already told. I mean, I'd love to. I think when we're actually done with this, I'm gonna just take a day off and like just watch them all and like just go through them and document them, write the chronicle of our chronicle type of thing.
Not a bad
Speaking
idea.
of which, I need to watch the last 2 Masks ones because I've missed them.
Yes, definitely.
I need to catch up.
Yes, there's stuff happening. There's stuff happening. I don't want to ruin it for you.
Right?
I don't want to ruin it for you, but definitely check them out. Cool. So, without further ado, why don't we get right to the opening moves? Or session intro moves. Bring up that. There we go. Perfect. Okay, session intro. So, I think Aaron's been practicing here. So, Aaron, who do you want to highlight? Or who do you want you to spotlight for this session?
Who do I want to spotlight?
Yeah, who do you want to spotlight you for this session? You can choose only one other player.
Yeah, I mean, that would be Adrian.
It can be anyone.
Yes, it could be anyone, but only Adrian is here.
Anyone being the keyword there.
Yes. So by default, Adrian is one you trust the least.
Yes.
Out of one person, I suppose you have no choice. But yes.
That's true.
So what factions do you have?
And night.
Nice.
I'm gonna say Knight.
Oh,
nice.
Good. I feel so much better about this one than I do.
You're doing great. You guys are doing great.
You.
I think you guys are getting the hang of it. It's good. It's good.
All right. So,
what's your conflict or rumor?
Okay. Conflict. So, do you remember Lucius?
Yes, he was one of the werewolves in Violet's pack.
That's right. Well, he's one of the actual last survivors of that pack. Yeah. And he's identified some kind of a gate that appears in a local park.
Nice.
He believes it's linked to the Fae somehow, as he has chased Kuro to it after some kind of deal that went bad between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
And he hasn't seen Kuro since. So he suspects she's hiding out in this gate, whatever it is.
And Kuro is she's the Fae.
The Black Fairy. Yep.
Yeah, the fairy who's like the badass ding-doer person.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Cool. Awesome.
Yep.
That's interesting.
So Lucius isn't going to try this himself because he kind of fears an ambush. But he knows that I'm connected to Kuro, and he's calling in a debt for me to track her through that gate and see where it leads.
That's interesting. Okay. So there's this gate. All right. Let's go with it. Go ahead and roll with Knight.
All right.
So this will kind of decide, like, how that will firm up.
Okay, so that's session intro Knight.
12. Holy Jesus.
Hello.
All right, so you've got a debt on someone else in the faction, or him, for that matter, or even someone involved. So it could even be Kuro.
Oh yeah, I need to have a debt on Kuro for sure.
All right.
I mean, shouldn't it be someone in the Knight faction though?
Oh, I suppose you have a point there.
Technically.
Technically.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, let's go Knight. Good point. Thank you.
So I mean, I guess it would be Lucius then.
Well, it could be someone
Unless
else.
there's-
Is there another
Unless
person?
someone would owe you for, doing it, instead of Lucius, or, stopping him from doing it.
Or stopping him from doing it. Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure how that works. I mean, so first of all,
I feel like you'd make up another NPC. So
yeah.
Or we could use one that's already around. Let's see here. Let's bring you guys over to
Let's
the NPC
see the list. Let's see the list.
The list.
The list.
Okay.
I'm gonna zoom in or out enough there.
Come on. There we are.
There we go. All right, Knight. Violet. She's might be dead.
Lucian.
You have it as Lucian. Okay, that's the same guy. So
Yep.
we can be Lucian.
So let's see. So maybe sorry, Samantha's also a D.
Yep, she's Dunzo.
So maybe one of the Russian vampires, or a new character in Night. Maybe it's a new alpha who's trying to take over, and thinks that Lucian is maybe a threat.
Oh, like, hey, we need to start over here, and the old guard needs to go.
Sure.
It's a whole new pack that is picked up on the scent of
injured animals.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, so the conflict really is, which is a better conflict, I think, for in purposes of the rule set. Is the conflict is you have Lucian who wants your help to do this thing, and this other alpha perhaps that wants Lucian dealt with, and suddenly you find yourself in the middle of this conflict between them because Lucian's calling it a debt to get you there, type of thing.
All right.
That sound like a good one?
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right, so what's this new wolf's name?
Oh, that's a good name. That's a good one. Okay, so let's go with let's go with
Bob the Wolf.
No, I was going to say something like
Okay.
I really like the name Skarsgård from a favorite actor, but
from True Blood.
Yeah, from True Blood.
Okay,
also,
we can name Skarsgård. That's a name.
Yeah, let's go with Skarsgård.
Cool. I'm not going to do the umlaut A. We don't do that here.
Yeah.
Skarsgård.
Who also was in Zoolander, in case you didn't know.
Oh yeah, he was the dumbass friend.
Yeah, one of the 3 male model friends.
Crazy. Cool. All right, there he is.
All right,
and so you have the debt with Skarsgård? Or he owes you a debt?
He owes me. Yeah, he owes me because basically, I'm not, out of my own self-interest, I'm not really going to go reveal what's going on with Kudo or wherever she did what she did. But I will be dealing with Lucius in some way.
Good to know. Cool. All right, so Skarsgård, you have a debt on coming from him.
Okay.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Let's see. Adrian, is there someone that you would like to highlight for this such an intro move?
I'm going to say Eugene.
Yeah? I suppose. I mean, it's not the most interesting choice of the night, but whatever.
All right. What are my choices?
Mortality or Night.
Oh, also. Huh. All right. Well, let's just keep it in the theme. Let's say Night.
Cool.
Let's go a little crazy. Let's say I mean,
Do you need the NPC sheet up again?
no, I got it.
Got it. Awesome.
Dmitri and Ivan are both still out there.
Yeah, they are.
Including Russian vampires.
Yeah, they
Yep.
are.
Only they're working with they're working together along with a newer vampire in town by the name of do we have a Cassandra anywhere?
We don't.
We do now, by the name of Cassandra. And they've decided this whole, fae, wizard thing, and they're completely closed out, because they're night and it was, a fae wizard battle. And they're determined, Cassandra's, wooed them both, and they're determined to seize the power of the ley lines from the wizards.
Oh, damn. So it's a three-way power drive now. Awesome.
It is now a three-way power grab.
Nice, man. All right, she's on there. Go ahead and make your roll, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. A 5. Looks like you're neck deep in it. So let's see what that means. We haven't that real fast. All right. All right, on a miss. You're caught flat-footed, unprepared, or unaware. The MC will tell you who is coming at you. Let's say, for kicks, that let's see here. Okay, so it's those two. They're looking for the power grab. I'm gonna say likely at some point, probably on a miss of some roll or another, that will trigger one of these people or an agent thereof to have a meeting with you, see where you stand. You guys are kind of like all in the middle of this stuff. You guys are in theory controlled by the Fae or on their side, but you're also cavorting with the mages and you're seen with them also. And so that means you're kind of they don't even know where you stand, or if you're double agents or what, so you're threats to them. So we'll say that at some point that's going to trigger a meeting.
Okay.
How's that sound? All right. Cool. All right. So let's see. On our last session, we actually last thing you did, I believe, Adrian, was you basically paid your dues with the one fairy whose name is Ashera, the pixie vassal of Mab. And you gave her the hair from man, why do I have to keep going all the way? NPC list is just not in my head here. Kyle LaGrange, or I'm sorry, Julian. You got his hair that you turned into her. And the reason you did that in the first place was you wanted more information on, like, who you are, how you were created, where you come from.
Well, specifically, I wanted less information and more of a way to
to break it from
stop Julian from commanding me at will. And
Gotcha.
he said, that they would need a lock of hair as part of it.
Gotcha. That was their price. Okay. And then I think the last cliffhanger that we left you guys on was like, she's like, oh, yeah, no problem. Yeah, to continue on this quest, you're just going to have to go to, I don't know, Arcadia? And
Seems
that's
like a
where we
normal
left
place to me.
It's no more foreign to you than this world. I mean, really, when you break it down. Cool. So that's where we left that. Also, to recap just slightly, Samantha the ghost was murdered by Kyle LaGrange after he bought from the dragon unknowing what the hell the spirit spikes are going to be used for. But traded.
But spirit spikes are always used.
And
plausible deniability.
Then he got your shotgun in trade, and you're taking back the shotgun, and that's where settled, that kind of good stuff.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, now I have a nice new library of books.
Yeah, which is pretty awesome. This reminds me. I'm not sure if you guys ever watched the show Grimm. I watched it on and off.
I did not.
Yeah, he's like the descendant of a Grimm, and like basically all the monsters in the world, they're real, but they can take kind of a human form, so we don't see them. But Grimms can. So the Grimms hunt these things down or not, as they will. And the whole thing begins with his aunt, or his aunt comes by with her trailer, double wide, full of her tools and books and stuff. And so a lot of the series is him looking at the books, and it's really part of who he is as a hunter. That's kind of cool that that's brought up. I mean, not to say that he's like, Eugene is like a Grimm, because he's not. But it's just cool that there is this kind of research angle that I think is cool for him. It's like, like you were saying before, it's like the Buffy and the gang going back to the library to look through Giles's books and find stuff. And we've riled the werewolves, so beware.
They're barking in the background.
They are. So, so that's basically where we left things. So good job. Yeah, so you got a mini library started. And there we were. What do you guys do, given these new conflict things going on, etc.?
Well, so I was watching, and I don't quite understand where I ended up at the end of that. So there was something.
Oh, I don't think we really said. It was just kind of, we cut to Adrian doing his thing. I think you were on your way home-ish, and you dropped Adrian off. I don't recall, to be quite honest. But you could be wherever you wanted to be.
Sure. How about back at the Fae Bar? I can't think of the name of it now. It's like the Scotsman. No, it's
Victor Rose.
The Victor Rose. That's it.
Cool. Where Griff owns it. That guy.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Yeah. So you kind of probably finished the night drinking your sorrows, or what? Or just kind of looking for a scrap, or what was your thing?
Oh, swipe left, swipe right.
Excellent.
Drink here and there.
Excellent. We can say your night of carousing was good.
Okay.
Is that where you want to start for this session? In the bar?
Yeah, I thought maybe we would meet up there.
Cool. Yeah, Adrian's just from a coffee shop straight to the bar. Like, these humans, they drink these things for...
He doesn't need that sustenance anyways.
They
just
drink these
time.
drugs. Cool. So yeah, does Adrian want to show up at the club, at the bar? At the club. Not a club. It's a bar. Cool. Please roleplay amongst yourselves. Griff will be serving drinks as quickly as you request him. He knows you're kind of a cash guy, but so far you've been good for your stuff, so he's willing to extend you a little credit should it come to that.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I sit down. I'm like, any sign of Lagrange?
The Who? No, I haven't seen him. I think he's still quite after me, though. I'm guessing.
I know we're somewhere where you could be safe from him for a little while.
Where would that be?
Ashur wants me to go to a place called Arcadia.
Arcadia? Like the old, not Duran Duran band? Arcadia?
How drunk is Eugene at this time?
Like,
no, I think my dad had that album.
Like, no, it's a Fae place.
It's a Fae place. Okay. Well, I mean...
Supposedly there's something she can get there that will help me break Julian's power over me.
Oh. Well, that's pretty important.
Maybe
that's way better than what I was going to offer we should do.
Which was?
Oh, there's this new thing. It's like a new gallery event. I don't know. It's new museum tour. It's called Bodyworks. I thought you might want to go check it out.
Oh my god.
Like I know how my body works.
Oh, okay. Well, good. So let's go to Arcadia.
And I'm fairly certain it's not something that's in a museum.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely not your body. No. But it's interesting. Yeah. The pictures are interesting.
That's
Like
too
maybe
funny.
there's something that can help you there with Lagrange.
Yeah. Probably.
They've been at war with the wizards for a while now. I assume they've done their research.
Probably. Okay. What do we... I mean, is it just a building, or are we talking about, like, nearest convenient parallel dimension, or...
I don't know. How much does... I don't think I know too much about Arcadia. I just know it's a fake place.
Yeah, you probably know the fake connection.
I'm like... I know she said she would take us there.
Okay.
Oh shit! That's awkward.
I didn't need to ask any more questions.
I see.
If you want to ask
Why-
them before you decide, perhaps Griff knows.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea, actually.
Yeah.
Hey, Griff.
He's like, I heard you. He kind of lazily walks over there. This is not a place renowned on Yelp for its customer service. It's not renowned for happy smiles, peppy servers and gourmet, fusion dishes for, tapas or anything like that.
No. But it is iron free.
It is more or less lead free also, so that's good. But yeah, he kind of walks over. He kind of just puts a couple like whiskey glasses full. These aren't shots. These are like tumbler glasses that are full to the brim of whiskey.
Damn.
He's like, "You're gonna need that, Sonny."
What? Wait. What is this place?
Arcadia. It's a place that the Fae come from. We by purposely or accident, we come through these portals. They end us up on this rock. It's much less bright than Arcadia.
I think I'd rather try and keep as clear of a mind as possible.
Well, when you're going through the gate as a mortal like yourself, I mean, so here's the thing about those gates. Maybe I should just break it down for you. You know those things, the young girl in Ireland falls asleep in the toadstool circle and then gets sucked away by the fairy people to serve them for a year and a day as her slave, and then maybe they let her go, but she's insane. You know those? That's kind of really actually what happens, except generally. So these gates, they go both ways. They go in, they go out, and we don't know when they open. On this side, we know when they open on the other side, but we don't know when they open on this side. So every now and then, poor Bortle is in the wrong place, the wrong time, gets sucked into the gateway, and finds her way over to Arcadia. And it's a taxing experience. You want that for the pain.
All right.
And he's like, why are you even thinking of going to Arcadia?
I have a Fae that can get something for me there that I need.
Is she guiding you?
She is.
What's her name?
Ashera.
Oh. Alright. She's a good girl. As good girls go. But I just warn you, you're walking into a world that doesn't make a lot of sense to you. You ever see Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? The old one with Wilder.
Sure.
You remember, like, walking, you open the door and suddenly you're in this whole edible forest with the chocolate stream, and then they go on the boat, and, like, the chicken gets head cut off, and it's horrible, and it's for kids, but not, whatever.
What? I don't remember heads getting cut off in that movie.
Well, that's because you blacked it out, son. But it's there. Watch it again. Anyway, getting back to my story, that's not as trippy as Arcadia is. It's like stepping into a world that you have never even dreamt of. It's a world that lives in Technicolor all the time. World that doesn't follow these laws of physics. A world where Fae rule over everything. And they're not always very pleasant about it. There's other beasts and creatures there. They try to get by, but the Fae are the ones who rule. And most times rule cruelly. Maybe you've met Mab. Not exactly, democratically elected to the position.
Yeah, met her. I've been oppressed by her.
Well, there you go. So I caution you to go to Arcadia. Drink that. Trust me, it'll help you transition if you're going tonight. Eugene, you're always...
Okay.
You just never take a vacation, do you?
Oh, yeah, that's true. I can't seem to find the time.
Well, you'll find the time afterwards. Trust me on that one.
So I drink that, and you're sure that's enough?
For starters. If you're actually going, I'll send you along with a little care package.
All right.
But don't open it until you need it.
Care package, check.
Boys, I wish you luck. Are you actually going to do this? Is this something that's important enough to risk this?
It is to me, but I understand if you do not want to come.
I'll be honest, I don't really want to come, but I think I better if it's important to you. So.
You could, we could call this a debt also. Maybe Adrian owes you a debt for this one.
I think that would be fair.
Instead of you calling in a debt on me.
Oh, or you could call one in. Yeah.
I mean, I can totally do that too.
Yeah. It's up to Adrian.
I mean,
doesn't matter to me.
I know I've helped you in the past in your fights.
Yes.
And while this isn't familiar to either of us, someone with your set of experiences might be useful.
Let's see. I might need to go shopping.
All right.
Yeah.
So have you decided? Is this this act here? Are you triggering cashing in a debt with him?
Yeah, I think I'm going to cash in a debt on
Okay.
him.
All right.
Which is mortality.
Yes.
The only thing I don't have marked.
All right. So this is a favor at moderate cost. Like we can, given what you guys do on a daily basis, I think this is moderate. It's not utterly, completely insane. Like,
What is it? How does it have to play out as far as it being?
So you can accept the pay off the debt. You can say yes, I'll do this, and then you erase the debt, and you actually also mark off wild, I believe. Yeah, when you honor a debt or when you cash in a debt or.
Oh, cool. I already have it, but cool.
Yeah. So so if you want to do that, then that's just called cashed in, and you're good to go.
Nice.
If you wanted to refuse a debt, that's when we get in. That's when we get into rolls and see what happens.
No, I will.
We haven't done that yet.
Oh. Well, I'm not going to refuse it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, then you're in it. In it to win it.
But if you need to shop, by all means, get what you need.
Yeah, well, I guess I could use just a little bit of knowledge. I need to go
Hit the books.
To know what I
Nice.
should be bringing with me.
Nice.
Like I need to stop off and get my weapon.
Well, that's right. You haven't got to use your balustrade yet. Awesome. So, do we want to reconvene, meeting up with Ashera?
Yeah,
At where?
Ashra's place.
Okay.
So she'll probably meet us wherever she's transporting us. So I'll just give you a text.
There
Okay.
we go.
Cool. Interestingly enough, the address that you get, Eugene, is just about the place where you know that the what's his face, Lucian, the wolf, was seeing his portal that he was interested in.
Aha. I kind of wondered about that. Figured if Kiro was involved, it might be something Faye. Okay. I'm trying to find.
I was gonna say, are we gonna go into a library montage?
Library montage. Well, you're now. Don't worry about the roll. So the roll is when you encounter something. So
Okay.
like for example, let's look at I'm just gonna look at your playbook real quick. Here we go.
That's what I'm doing too.
Hunter. Here we go. Cool.
When you
So-
encounter, yep.
Yeah, so when you encounter a supernatural creature, which you will, that you aren't familiar with, roll with mind, and then that's when you get to know more about it and that kind of thing.
Okay.
So you don't actually, and for this, you don't even
So-
really need the book, though it's cool flavor. I would definitely
Yeah,
bring it.
it's well, or it's like I've been studying here and there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, this move takes either of those into consideration. It'll trigger no matter what.
okay,
Cool. But yeah, absolutely, you have that.
cool.
We'll
Then
keep down.
then I assume too that I'm gonna need like the appropriate thing to do the act. Like if I'm not gonna roll for that, then I need to know like because I don't really have iron on me, and I don't know if iron is something I could bring through the portal or not.
Gotcha.
Like I just carry. I mean, whole is really nice, but it's holy. It's not iron based.
Gotcha. Well, do you have? Let's put it this way: do you have a debt on an NPC who might have access to such a thing? If not, we can hit the
Yeah.
streets.
I got 3 debts on Doc.
Oh, and of course, he's not here.
Yeah.
And I don't want to call in one for him when he's not here.
Okay.
Why don't you hit the streets? And let's see what we can find here.
I've got a debt on the dragon. I could go back to his shop.
Sure. Oh, that's perfect. Let's see here. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, a debt will debt with an NPC give you a worthy or useful gift without cost. This is a perfect
Awesome.
opportunity for that. So yeah, if
Awesome.
you're thinking, let's do a quick scene with him then.
Right?
Cool.
Time to go to the not 7-Eleven.
Yeah, the not 7-Eleven. There, believe it or not, there is actually as you walk in, there's a picture of Adrian, on the wall, like more like by where like you pay for things, on the register, and it's like a note to like not let him play slots.
He's blacklisted. Oops.
So yeah, it's basically do not let this man play slots. And there's a guy behind the counter, someone you don't recognize, and he immediately sees Adrian walk in with you, and he's like, nope. He's totally like leaving behind the counter just to put his body between you and the slot machines, lest you even influence them in some strange way.
Like, I do not need to talk to them again.
But you guys are buzzed into the back room of the not 7-Eleven. And your guy is waiting for you there. And then what is his name? Is Cristiano the dragon?
Yeah, Cristiano.
Yeah. So yeah, Cristiano sees you. He's always dressed very gaudily, but it's like not something you couldn't show up to like a fancy nightclub at, but just very like, you know, I'm bad, I'm rich, and you might want to stay out of my way while I'm having a good time. That's basically what he
Okay.
puts off with his wardrobe. But yeah, he's waiting for you. No woman this time, but he has his kind of. It only maybe it only occurs to you now that he surrounds himself with his treasures. This is
Yeah.
his dragon trove, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like, he sees you walking, and he's like, "Oh, that was really quick."
Well, you know, I live a fast-paced life. Former stunt car driver. You know how it goes.
No, I did not know you were a stunt car driver.
Yeah, I am. As a matter of fact,
Oh,
or used to be.
any movies I know?
Well, there was Moon Over Water 2. You know, I don't know. Those are
Wait.
probably the best two ones.
Well, are you talking the scene in Moon Over Water 2 where he jumps across the river on that
Yep.
little ramp that
With
blows
the
up as he's
fire,
going over
yep,
it? And there's,
yep.
yeah, that's pretty cool. That was you?
That was me. Yep.
I'm
That
totally
was
going to
all
watch that a
live.
little slower this time, frame by
Yeah.
frame. I'm going to,
Yeah,
you better not be lying to me
can-
because I'm going to spend
no,
a lot
you-
of time doing this.
you can see me at about 32:56 or so.
he actually makes a note of that in a little scribble pad he has on his desk.
So, excellent wardrobe, by the way. You're looking better than ever.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm going to be going on a little trip, and I need some help. And you know that time when I got rid of those demons for you? Well, not directly for you, but you definitely, benefited from not having them next door anymore.
I remember that.
Yeah, I need something to take with me into Arcadia. For killing.
Where? Excuse me?
Arcadia,
Arcadia, like
ferries.
Georgia? Arcadia,
Like the
Georgia.
ferries. No,
So Arcadia, Georgia.
I don't know.
He's making a bad gauge.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
He's like, alrighty. Well, it has been nice knowing you.
Thanks, man.
So what are you looking for here?
Well, I know how to do my job, but I don't have quite the right tools to do my job. So I'm hoping you have a tool that will help me do my job when I'm there.
All right. So you want cold iron?
Yeah.
All right. Do that. I'll have. He kind of like, you see him reach a hand into one of the piles of stuff. It's not very kempt. It's just kind of strewn, but you're sure he has this kind of organization of chaos thing going for him. Kind of reaches in, he kind of shuffles some stuff aside, and he brings out what looks like something Captain Jack Sparrow would use. It's a sword.
Like a
It's
rapier?
like no, not a rapier.
Saber?
Yeah, saber type thing.
Damn, that's cool.
What that would be. Yeah. So he's like, yeah, I got this, and then we got your ranged. Yeah. He kind of goes over here. It's like, it's just it's your standard gun, but I have some cold iron ammo.
Standard revolver?
No, it's a Glock. He kind of goes over to behind you and to the right, and he kind of digs in another pile and brings out this Glock, and then from behind his desk, he actually opens one of his drawers and takes out an ammo canister, those things. And there's you can smell the iron wafting off. He's like, I can give you a couple magazines. That help you out?
Yeah. What are they, 19s?
Yes.
All right.
Does one of these call us even?
Yeah.
Because this is all I got.
Just one of them, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, this isn't a charity. I mean, as much as yes, I'm taking bets on how long you live in the city, and he kind of at that point he kind of pulls down this like he grabs onto like a tapestry tassel thing, and he pulls it down. Tapestry falls, and it shows various names with like it's basically a Deadpool. Who's going to be killed soon or sooner when that kind of thing, and you're
Yeah.
actually you're like number 6 on the list as to, bets are being taken with little codes as to when is he going to die. He's like, and I don't really have the money for the payout, so you still get one, but I don't want to go crazy here.
Yeah, I'm going to trust that you are offering me that mechanized weapon because you know it's going to work.
Yeah, I don't sell crap. That's a fact. You can take
No,
that to
I
the
don't
bank.
just mean here. I mean there. Like,
Yeah, so laws of physics are probably a little different from what I hear, but theoretically, fire happens. If fire can happen, then gunpowder can go off, and boom.
okay.
If nothing, just manually insert them. I'm sure you've done that one before. At least
No.
I've heard the rumors.
Not in the way that you think. But yeah, okay, we're gonna try that. I'll take the Glock.
Okay, he loads it up. Loads up 2 magazines, smashes one in, pulls back the receiver, boom. One's in the chamber. He kind of hands it to you all dainty like.
Oh, then I open it up and take that one out of the chamber.
And he hands you one more magazine.
Perfect. Thank you.
Sure. Don't thank me. Just don't get dead, or I have to make this payout.
Oh,
Like
maybe
astronomical. I have you at least for like another year. So that's how I kind of slanted everything. He's kind of looking up at his graph there.
Oh, you're serious about that? Okay, all right.
He actually puts his finger up and underlines your name in chalk, like shh, 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 shh.
I don't know if that's going to be long enough, but okay.
All right, now get out of here. You scare off normal customers.
All right.
And then you have to wonder what normal customers are for him if you scare him off. Scare them off, brother.
What are normal customers for you?
It's not important to the story.
Okay. So, cold iron Glock, 19.
Yeah, I think that'll do 2 harm, and then you get your bonus.
Okay. 2 eggs.
Cool.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. So let's zip you guys over to the gate, I suppose, with Ashera.
Yes.
Cool. Unless you guys wanted to head anywhere else. Of course, Adrian has his balustrade.
I have my balustrade.
Can you describe it? We've actually never seen it in the game for real.
Like, I think I wrote down. Of course, now I forget where I wrote it down. Very typical. Well, yeah, it's cast iron. But it's like, like one of those railings you'd see at a fancy, mansion, usually made out of stone or marble. Except this one is iron and very heavy.
Yeah, so it's almost like a railroad tie, for crying out loud.
Yeah, pretty much. It's only, about 3 feet, long, but it still has the weight of a railroad tie.
Hard to conceal.
Hard to conceal, which is why I usually don't walk around with it. But this, we're going somewhere else.
All right. So you guys meet up with the Shara. She's actually standing there. It turns out so this portal seems to be located at this street corner. There is some graffiti on one of the walls. It looks almost like, someone must have been on acid or something when they were making this, when they were painting it. It just doesn't. It looks like just a warped version of the street. Like it's almost like a reflection that's melting, kind of sort of. Yeah, she sees you guys, and she sees the like balustrade. She sees like I'm assuming Eugene's bringing all his goodies just in case.
Yeah.
But she sees like the shotgun and everything. She's like, all right, yeah, I can see that. She's like, this is the one you spoke of, Adrian? I don't think you've met. Have you met Ashera? I don't think you have. Eugene.
No, I don't think
I don't think they've met. So he's like, she's like, you'll do. She kind of reaches over to you and like squeezes your shoulder, looking for feeling the hard muscle.
Oh yeah.
She's like, enough. And she kind of looks almost like insultingly at your shotgun. Like it's like it's like a Jedi looking at the blaster. Oh, such a clumsy machine. Nothing inelegance to my lightsaber type of thing. But yeah, she kind of gestures for you to follow, and she goes up to the wall, and she takes out some chalk and kind of traces part of the outline of the street.
Is this your work, Ashara?
It's like, oh no, not me. This is the universe. And she kind of does her chalk outline. It's almost like there's like this shape she's trying to capture, and it's like all these little weird little wedges of color and shape and whatnot, and brightness and darkness, and it's like she's kind of tracing around to actually like gather these into one circle, one form. And she kind of goes down, around, left, right, and as soon as the chalk makes contact with the ground on the far side when she went over, the thing starts to warp until it's a door, and then it just like seems to kind of melt inwards, and you see and you see light that is dark. It's a weird sensation. This is a strange moment for you who have not been to Arcadia, kind of seeing through this little gateway. Again, it's darkness and light as one type of weirdness. He's like, are you two ready? Did you get some whiskey, by the way? That's generally good for you kind of going through.
Well, I have been drinking whiskey, and
this is like the anti-job interview. So have you been drinking today? Yes? Okay, you're hired.
You're good.
You're good.
Yeah,
but
I think I'm good.
Yeah, so she has you guys go through first. She's like, I'll meet you on the other side, don't worry.
I'll step through first.
And as Adrian's going in, hey, if if worst comes to worst, just stay on the Crimson Path.
God. Ah.
So I go through.
Yep. Eugene, you going through?
Yeah, I'll go through.
All right.
Does it feel different as I go through?
Yeah, it hurts. There's this less for Adrian. I think Adrian has less like sensation all over, all told. But it's just
like I need to take harm.
No, I'm not going to say harm in this case. It's more a horrible discomfort of like you kind of feel like you're being compressed and then stretched and compressed and forward and back, and you're on oh my god, I'm on a taffy stretcher, holy shit, type of sensation, and suddenly you're dumped forward and you're just on your hands and knees on grass that's like greener than you ever knew green could be. And it's like you guys both look up, and it's
color's amazing here.
Yeah, there's like the sun is sunnier. And it's actually like it looks like like it really is like when the kids draw the faces.
It's
you can swear there's like a face
animated.
Yeah, and it's it gives you guys a wink. The trees around you are the greenest green that ever did exist. The bark is just perfect. It's like it's hyper nature. It's like nature is all about, it's about patterns, yes, but it's also about randomness. A kind of, there are no two pieces of bark on the tree that you can say, oh, they look exactly the same. But these are very symmetrical. They kind of they look nice and neat, like they were painted almost. Um, but yeah, everything is like reality plus more.
What about what we walked in with? Like, if my clothes changed at all?
No, you guys are surprisingly dull here. You're like
Okay.
like looking at each other. If it's like it's kind of like bright light, bright light, bright light. Oh, some shade. You guys are the shade. Where it like,
Okay.
oh, it doesn't hurt my eyes anymore to look at you because you're not this. My senses aren't being barraged with all this color and brightness and blah blah.
Well, I think I'm going to throw on my mirrored aviators.
Oh, that's a good mind fuck for Adrian. It's like, oh my god, I can see myself. I'm in your glasses. This is fucked. But yeah, so you pop on your shades. It dims things down a bit, but yeah, it's still like optical overload. The you guys are listening and birds are singing. They're singing. Like you can make out words.
I can smell what they're singing.
Exactly. You can smell color and sound now. But yeah, it's just like total overload. You see, there's like a brook nearby and it's running the wrong way. It's running uphill type of thing. And then it stops and it goes downhill. And then it stops altogether and freezes, almost as if it's like actually, ice. Yeah, you guys are
Is Ashara here?
no.
Is there a Crimson Path here?
There absolutely is. You can see it up ahead. It starts off like the bulb of a like a thermometer, at the bottom, and then it gets, it's a big thing like about 20 feet across, and then it narrows to like about 10 feet across, and it winds off into the distance. And it's actually looks like if you had to say, it looks like it's made of rubies. It's actual like rubies, like cut into pieces, into shards, and placed flat on a surface, and like what's the word, grouted there. Is it grouted? Like you tiles, you grout tiles. But it's like rubies, as if their big huge rubies were shattered and then placed flatly onto here and cemented into place.
Holy crap. What do you say we go over there? Where we're supposed to be?
That seems wise.
Okay. Let's do that.
Let's do that. Awesome. Yeah, you guys head on up to the circle, and yeah, again, it's just so overload, taking everything in.
Yeah, what happens to my footprints in the grass?
That's a good question. I'm going to say that they after you step off the grass, it's just as if you weren't there in the first place. It's like it wants to be what it was, and you can't change it by just putting your foot down on it, type of thing.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, you find yourselves on this crimson path, and do you lose you, Steve? Oh, he's coming back. He's back! Yay! Oh, we lost you there for a second, buddy.
So what are we supposed to do here, Adrian?
Like, wait for Ashura.
Yeah. Also, as you're kind of looking him over, finally, again, he's like your like your hand over the sun. That's him. As you look over at Adrian, you notice that there is a collar around his neck. Looks like it's made out of like a ethereal metal, if you had to say something. Basically, if ghosts could forge something, this is what this would look like.
Can I touch it? If I reach out?
If like Adrian, dude's reaching out with his finger, like.
Is there a problem? I'm like, is my I actually say, is my form showing? And I sort of feel my face.
No,
No,
it actually is not here.
but your like enslavement collar is.
I have a collar.
Yeah. Here, let me.
Yeah, you can actually see it in the aviator glasses now that he
I'm gonna
mentions
take a picture
Yeah, I
for
just
you.
realized
it.
See, this is what it looks like. Does that actually work? Does my
No, your
phone-
pictures will come out all just just completely white light, nothing else.
Damn it!
But yeah, you see the reflection in his glasses, and it's definitely like this ethereal collar, about maybe 2 inches thick on your neck, going all the way around. And there is looks like there's like a lock on the front. If you like look up and take a look closer, there's like a keyhole lock.
I imagine we're here to take this off.
That's wishful thinking. Let's see if it's true.
Cool. So yeah, Shara doesn't come through yet. Let's see here.
Sure, does not come through yet.
Yeah, she has not come through. However,
I thought she went through first.
no, she went through last. Yeah, she was She let you guys go first.
Okay.
Suddenly out pops Lucian. And he is his claw was partially transformed and bloody. And he just like as he pops out, he's like on the ground right in front of the gate. And he's like he actually throws up. And you can see him blinking. You guys are both. I think you guys both saw him, right? You both
Like in and out of existence, or
no
blinking with
blinking
his
like
eyes?
with his eyes, blinking with his eyes.
Okay.
But he's like trying desperately to focus. You can only imagine that a wolf who lives on perception is like twice as whacked out as you guys are at this point. But yeah, his claw is like bloody, and he immediately tries to scamper off in a direction. It's probably like perpendicular to where you guys are.
Oh. Whatever you do, don't step on the crimson path.
Are you trying to mislead, distract, or trick?
Yeah, I am actually. Why?
Because there's a move for that.
There's a move for that. Oh,
Is there really?
Yeah. We haven't had much need for it yet, but yes.
Well, now we do.
Well, now we do. Okay, so yeah, I thought you were being. I didn't trigger it only because I thought you were being facetious with him. But yeah, let's definitely check that move out.
No, like I'd like there to be
But
some.
you generally want him to get in trouble.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I do.
Cool. All right. So let's read it since we haven't used it in a while. I think we've used it once or twice, but when you try to mislead, distract, or trick someone, roll with mind. On a hit, they are fooled at least for a moment. On a 10, pick 3. On a 7 to 9, pick 2 from the list.
Okay, mind, mislead.
Nice, an 8. So pick 2 from that list. So your trick is 2 of those things.
Okay, let's say I expose a weakness or flaw,
Okay.
and I confuse him for some time.
Nice. Cool. All right. So the weakness and flaw is obviously that it's that he, again, being a wolf, he's not going to adjust to this like you guys have. You guys can at least function as normal. You might not be up to a 10 here, but he's like at a 4 because of his senses. So he's on. If you guys are on overload, he's on like trying to stay sane right now.
Okay.
And yeah, so the confuser for some time. So yeah, you see him kind of run off into the bushes.
Okay.
And under cover of brush and etc. etc. Ashara still does not come through.
Do you think we should go back?
Is the gate still open?
It looks like it.
Well, I'm gonna go back and stick my head out there.
Like, I do not know what to find here without her. And if he's done her harm, then I owe it to her to see that she's fixed.
Gotcha. Yeah, Eugene, you kind of stick your head through, and it is like agonizing. And basically, and from there you're thrown out. You're basically thrown back from where you were, back out the gate to where you were standing just a moment ago.
Okay.
So you're still in Arcadia.
I'm still in Arcadia. So
Yeah,
I was thrown back.
You're thrown back, not back. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you're still in Arcadia. It was too painful to even put any more of your body into it.
But did I see anything?
No, there was no ability to see at that time.
I think we're going to have to follow this path on our own. Or we go talk to the wolf.
I look in the direction. I'm like, we stay on the path.
Okay.
Cool.
I hold out my arm.
I don't get it.
I do not understand that pop culture reference.
I slap Adrian on the back. Never mind, let's go.
Nice.
Meanwhile, you're humming, or something,
Yeah, that's exactly.
Awesome.
Da-dun-da-dun-da-dun-da-dun-da-dun.
So yeah, you guys go down the path a bit.
Da-dun-da-dun-da-dun-da-dun.
You guys, it doesn't take you too long before you see that there's someone up ahead. As you kind of close in, it looks like it's several someones. They were kind of standing one on top of another. And then they were like human height is 3, and then as they fall to the ground on their own 2 feet, they're again about the third the size of a normal human being.
Now I have one in the chamber.
So actually, this is a good time to roll your move if you want to trigger that. These are you're encountering new creatures.
Sweet. Is it mind?
Let's see.
Book learning, encounter, roll with mind.
Yep, roll mind.
Alright, mind it is. Do I do figure someone out? Or mislead,
no, the
distract?
move in theory, if you select, if you have it on your thing, should be able to select mind and then just roll that move.
Oh, yeah. I did not realize that was a function there. Got it.
Cool. Jeez.
Woohoo!
12. All right. So let's see that 10 plus. So you basically, when you encounter a creature, supernatural creature, roll with mind. On a hit them, so he'll tell you a bit about them and how they can be killed. On a 10 plus, they ask them and see a follow-up question about them that they will answer honestly. So I'm going to say these are boggins.
These are called boggins.
Yeah, and they're basically like servant creatures. They need to work to live, literally. Like if they aren't doing some kind of work for someone, they will slowly start dying. These are the ones where you see, like in the tales from Mold in your book, you probably had references like, the shoemaker. How he was, he let the boggins in and fed them milk, and they made shoes for him all day long until he betrayed them, type of thing. And then once he broke his promise, then all bets were off. And that just so happens to be any Fae, really. But the boggins in particular, they can be killed by not allowing them to work.
Oh, wow.
You guys notice as you kind of encroach on them, they were actually working. There's like a sign or something like that, and they were kind of putting it back in place. It was on its side. They kind of put it back in the ground, it looks like, and as one, the guy in the center looks towards you, the two on the ends are patting down the dirt around the wood that goes into the ground for the sign. They're like, "Ooh, otherworld gents! Look it!" And they both kind of look at you guys, and Oh, yeah, the eyes get totally wide, and they kind of, before you know it, you have like 3 boggins circling you, just like looking through all angles, like you're something in a zoo. Like, oh, is
I
this even
crouch down to
real?
be at their level with, leaning on my iron balustrade.
Oh, and one of them like runs a hand over it. Like, oh,
God.
Like, our guide met with an accident. I'm looking for something to take this off, and I point to my collar.
ooh, you're one of them servant types, huh? What you made of?
I casually, I casually look at Eugene, the bone and flesh of 10 dead heroes.
Oh, they kind of look, they like all wide eyed. They look at each other like, it's like both fucking Larry and Curly. They're looking back and forth at each other. They go, oh, you must show us. We haven't seen one of your like in a long time.
I
What?
looked at Eugene. This may be disturbing.
What did you say?
What do you do?
You may want to look away.
I knew there was something weird about you, but
This. Trust in what you have seen, not what you're about to see.
That
Right.
is what she
And
said.
I'm going to cash in another debt for you not to
Oh.
flip your shit. Which may be considered a moderate cost.
Sure. Yeah. You wanna accept that debt? Accept that payment?
Yeah. I don't feel like flipping my shit.
All right. Call it in.
That is not
Meanwhile, I'm
the
going to ask
Spencer
them,
Driver way.
if I show you what I am, will you show me where I need to go to get this removed?
We'll show you where to go to figure it out.
Agreed.
And you just because there's time passing, one of the boggins is actually like on your balustrade is like shining it
Polishing.
up a little bit.
I will show
You guys
them my,
can't remove it yourselves.
my
We can't.
incredible visage. So I'm not actually using the hideous visage move per se, but
Right. You're allowing the world to see you as you are.
correct.
All right. I think you described yourself several times. Why don't you describe it just for these for Eugene and these guys?
Basic, the classic ghoul, like, big sharp teeth, like too many teeth for the mouth. Pale skin, you can see the, like blood vessels through it, and some bruising, here and there. Long fingers with, sharp claws on the end of them. All in all, not the average, handsome Adrian that, you're kind of used to seeing. Something that you would probably equate with, a run of the mill, I don't know, whatever insult you want to call it, undead maybe. Yeah, undead.
Now,
like the term, but
now, Adrian, you did mark mortality also for cashing in your debts.
yeah, but I need to. Yep.
Cool. Mark that, and of course, and Eugene, if you haven't, I think you said you already have wild marked. So,
And I'm debtless. On Eugene.
Wow. Cool. But Eugene, did you say you already marked wild?
Yeah, I've
Okay, so-
already got wild.
Okay,
The
cool.
only one
I just want to make
left
sure
is,
you got yourself.
mortality. Yep.
Cool. Well, the boggins are just ecstatic. They do the whole. This is like the coolest thing they've seen lately. This is like better than Avengers Endgame. I haven't actually seen it, by the way, so don't mess with me. But yeah, they're like ecstatic beyond ecstatic. They like they're like on their little tiptoes, like jubilant little children. They're like, oh, someone made you well.
All right.
Look at them many seasons to make me.
Oh, and then when the guy in the middle, who we've been kind of more or less interacting with, he's like, "Oh, and I promised you a thing, and I will give you a thing to find out more about that your collar. Go that way." And he points down the road.
Still can't take pictures.
No, it just comes out. You can take it, but it comes out all bright white.
You know, and I think he looks away, and like between 1 minute and the next, he's like back to normal. Like it's something that can just be like turned on and off.
Is there a like a smell component that goes along with that when he reveals?
Oh yeah,
Or
decaying flesh.
Oh god,
awesome,
dude!
why?
God.
Yep, yep, yep. Okay,
Yeah.
real men don't throw up. Okay.
You know, and I stretch, and maybe the tattoos have a little bit of a glow and fade away.
Yeah, there's probably like a crackle of like joints going back. Very nice. Yep, down the road you go.
Sorry you had to see that.
Oh my god. I'm not sure what I just saw.
Perhaps you can chalk it up to the whiskey.
You could
I don't think any amount of whiskey's good.
Yeah. And technically, this does trigger your move. By the way, your book learning. He's a you.
I am a supernatural creature.
Yeah, and you've really never explored him
You've
before.
seen it.
All right, I'm gonna book learn you.
Oh, and you didn't. I forgot that before I jip you. You got to ask me a question about them. The Boggins that you didn't ask because you got your 10+.
Oh,
I don't want to jip you out of that.
can anybody ask them to do work?
No. It has to be like a mutual agreement. You do this, I give you that. You make shoes for me, I give you saucers of milk at night.
Gotcha.
And once there's an agreement come to, then they will work.
Gotcha. I wonder what they would take to take your collar off. All right. I'm gonna book learn.
I'm gonna book learn it.
I'm gonna book learn. Yep, and this one's for my friend here.
Nice. Cool. Let's bring that up again. I keep getting rid of it, and then I keep needing it. All right. So let's see here. Book learning. All right. So Hit will tell you about it and how to be killed. As to the how it can be killed, you're aware that fire is a great way to do that. Otherwise, Adrian, I want you to answer that as much as you think that role deserves.
Pretty sure we talked about fire, didn't we?
Yeah, fire is fire can definitely hurt and kill.
So yeah, I mean, it's definitely a construct, rather than something that was raised. Because I think even in the ghoul form, there's the signs of being stitched together.
What about acid?
Probably not
No, it's
acid.
definitely fire.
It's fire burning.
All right.
And
Fire it is.
you're able to easily put together the reason he's been dropped off at the cemetery is likely he's fixing himself in whatever way, shape, or form, and you have a feeling those sharp teeth are involved.
Yeah.
Which is probably even more horrifying for you.
Sometimes there's too much book learning.
Yeah.
All right. So this is an appropriate time to take a break. We're at our halfway mark already.
Okay.
Time flies and you're being awesome. So take a break real quick and see you in 5.
Okay.
All right, and we are back. Cool. All right, so down the Crimson Road you go.
Following the direction of those little guys. Yeah. The boggins.
Yep, they actually walk with you for a little bit, but then they kind of scooch off when they see another sign that kind of needs primping, whatever.
Roots that need clearing.
Yeah, but they kind of wave to you as you go, like they're like little kids, Good luck.
Yeah, okay.
And you guys continue on.
That could be handy.
Yeah, so the sun is like still looking down on you, and it hasn't like changed position. It seems. So it's daylight as daylight can be still.
Okay.
As you kind of cruise down the road, you end up in a forest. Now the trees, the tops of the trees cut off a bit of the sunlight, but yet they don't. It's still kind of, if you look up, it's kind of like the brightness may not be there, but still the power of the sunlight is coming and hitting in the face, so it's kind of, you have to squint against it and that kind of thing. But it does get darker in the forest. It's not too long before you see this guy. And it's calling him a guy is kind of like is
Humanoid?
yeah, it's humanoid, but to call him a guy is charitable, is what I was looking for. So he's, if Adrian's nice and built, this guy, he's easily like 7.5, 8 feet tall, nice and broad and all full of muscle. He's wearing basically the most basics of clothes, kind of like trousers and a jerkin type of thing that have been worn, and it's obviously been splattered with blood so often. He's wearing this wool cap, and it too is just completely red. It's on top
Obviously.
Red
I
cap.
don't know why it has to be obvious that they're covered with blood. Why is that obvious?
But yeah, so he as he sees you guys coming, he kind of stands up. He's just kind of sitting at a wayside there. He's like, "Pay the fee to pass."
Oh, now I get it.
What is the fee?
Fee? Oh, so it's just a cup of your blood. And he kind of bends down behind like the brush he was sitting at, and he brings out this like stein that you see. It's like the most like audacious stein that someone would bring to actually drink out of, but it's like, it's easily like 2 feet tall. Just a cup of your blood. And this will trigger your move again, Aaron or Eugene.
Oh, great. Ooh, not that.
And I turn to Eugene. Is that fee steep?
Yeah. That's probably all my blood.
All right. So another 10. Damn, dude. You're rolling like the gods.
I am hot.
You're hot. So this is a red cap. Named quite obviously because he has a red cap. It is dipped in the blood of his enemies and passersby, and that's what gives it his power. If he's not wearing the cap, that takes away a bunch of his power, and he can be more easily destroyed. But otherwise, yeah, they're known for like, it can't be called cannibalism because they don't eat their own. They eat the flesh of other sentient beings.
Carnivore.
Like somebody else I know.
But yeah, so he kind of bends down to look at you guys. Who wants to pass first?
I look at Eugene and then look at up at him. Like, that is a fee where you are unwilling or unable to pay.
Yeah.
And then I will uppercut him with a balustrade.
Take his
Oh,
hat
nice.
off. Take his hat off.
Some dust comes off the balustrade from its lack of use as you swing it. Yeah, let's unleash on him.
Clean.
Unleash.
There it is.
Oh
Wow.
shit! Yeah, the gods are rolling the dice for you today, boys. All right.
Let's say I want to say inflict. Since I know nothing of the cap, I inflict terrible harm.
Cool. All right. Let's see. What does your balustrade do for harm?
3.
Okay, so you inflict 4 on him, and yeah, as you kind of bring your balustrade up, it just rocks his head back. It's like, again, you are in a different land where things don't quite mean the same as in your world, and like the way his head rocks back on his neck would have been a crack and a death immediately in real world, but here's in Arcadia apparently that's not quite the case. But his head cracks back. You actually hear the bones crickle and crackle as it does so. You actually you're probably hit by a little splatter of his blood, and tooth hits the ground not far away, and his head snaps forward, and let's see. And why don't let's see. Why don't you both roll to keep your cool? I'm gonna see what happens next here. So roll plus spirit.
Pretty cool.
I mean, I didn't have to hit him. Like, I just got to talk to him, but it seemed like the right thing to do.
Nice. The rolls of the gods. You guys are hacking my dice.
What is it, spirit? Yeah.
Yeah, there should be a keep your cool thing. Oh, there you go.
Woo.
Cool. So he is gonna bring like a solid fist like straight down.
That's very roll.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Adrian, you're able to totally get out of the way of it. He slams it on the ground, and the kind of like the impact of it kind of rocks you, Eugene, as you're kind of trying to maintain your footing. So I'll let you stay on your feet, but only if you're willing to back away and kind of leave Adrian closest to him and on his own for the moment.
Yes, and draw my weapon.
And draw your weapon. Yes, that is legal. All right, Adrian, you're the next person who can act. What do you do?
I mean, he's still standing. Judging by his head moving, I assume I heard him at least a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I will smack him again.
All right. Unleash.
Or at least attempt to. Maybe not.
Yes.
All right. As you kind of do your thing with the balustrade, and he blocks it with his arm, just kind of brings it up. It's like a living balustrade of his own, and he kind of claps you straight on top of the head in a move that would just destroy a normal person. For you, let's see, you're. I'm not sure if did you rush headlong into this one? I don't think so.
I didn't I mean, I certainly didn't telegraph anything, or really, go through it with Eugene and.
Okay, I'll give you 1 armor for this one then.
Thing.
I won't say that it meets any of your instincts, though. He's not quite. He's his own law, so he's really not the defiant, etc. So I'll say you take 2 harm.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. How about Eugene? What do you do now?
Fire.
Fire, fire! Alright, go ahead and roll Unleash. Jesus. The gods are smiling. Alright,
Yeah, that
so-
and I have a 3 in blood. So.
oh, there is that, yes. Alright, so are you going to inflict terrible harm or take something from them?
Oh, I'm going to take his hat from him.
Oh, nice!
His cap.
You describe how that happens during this encounter.
So, okay. Adrian went up to attack. He blocked, came down, smashed Adrian on the head, which was just the right angle to pick up the brim of his cap
Oh, wow.
in a way that if I leveraged that with my shot, it would blow it right off.
Awesome. Yeah, so the thing flies straight off his head as you do it. As you hear this that kind of echoes throughout the forest, not unlike the blow that Adrian just took to the top of his head. But yeah, you see the thing just flies a good 10 feet behind him, and he like slumps forward as he kind of feels his head, and it's like there's part of it missing now.
Ooh.
And he's right now, he's with his height, Adrian, he's now like totally at your like eye level. His eyes are meeting your eyes.
Oh,
Like he shrank.
convenient.
No, like he's on his knees.
Oh,
He like fell forward on his knees, and now that just happens to be at the right level.
Trying to think if I have the capacity for mercy or not.
Oh, good question. Or do you
I don't think
care?
so. He was wanting to drink my friend's blood.
Sure.
I've learned that's bad with vampires, so I assume it's bad with whatever it is too. I will see if I can put his head all the way down to ground level.
All right, unleash again. Nice.
Some success.
Excellent. right.
So I'm going to say terrible harm,
Gotcha.
and I'm going to say he gets to inflict harm on me again.
Okay. We'll call another 2 harm then.
Okay.
And he, as you do that, you hear him like heave a breath as he basically his face slams forward as from his knees, boom, and his body does what you can only imagine as a death rattle. It's like the last nerves try to move but can't because they don't have any fuel, because his heart's not beating anymore, because he's not breathing, all that kind of good stuff. And yeah, he's definitely down. But Adrian is definitely wounded.
I'm wounded. I think I you see me actually like pop, one of my shoulders back into place.
I just want to put it out there that technically, probably, Redcap is like a being with flesh and bone.
I have a feeling it has to be flesh and bone that actually relates to like something I'm made of.
Well, it's flesh and bone is flesh and bone, I'd be willing to give it a go if you are.
I just
You
happened
may want to
to
proceed down the path.
Well, I was going to say I had already started to walk on by to go with that cap, so I'm totally oblivious to what's going on.
Like purposely oblivious, do you
I
think?
mean, until I hear something, but for now,
I think when you turn back, you're going to be shocked.
yeah.
I think you might have to keep your cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause when you turn back, I'm in full ghoul form, and I have a mouthful of red cap.
And not in the way that they usually like either. All right. I won't make you keep you cool because you at least were prepared for this. You've seen some pretty screwed up shit in your day.
You were somewhat pre-warned.
Yeah, you're somewhat pre-warned, so I'm not going to call for it this time. But yeah, it is alarming to you. This is not natural.
Dude.
Are you going to keep the cap as like a souvenir type of thing?
I don't know. What is it? Is it...
It's a wool cap. It definitely feels damp yet with like blood.
I don't do that. I like to stay clean,
Gotcha.
if at all possible.
No trophies for this hunter.
Not this kind. Not this kind.
All right. Cool. All right. Yeah. So yeah, you see, Adrienne is just and I wish I could remember what movie it was. There was this low budget zombie movie that was really awesome, where like they didn't really cut the corners on like the zombie eating the people, like all of them. And it was like, this is crack, crack, slurp, slurp, rip, crack, slurp. And that's what you're experiencing right now. And do you like, you can't like turn away like it's a train wreck, or is it like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep going down the freaking road and pretend this never happened?
Yeah, the first thing that comes to mind to try to distract myself is the sound of music. So I'm just kind of like, the hills are alive with the sound of music.
Whew, just keep on down the road. Ease on down. So that gives you what, 2 harm back?
Yes.
Okay, so mark that. And
really just heals one of those wounds, but
what's that?
Really just heals one of those wounds, but that's still significant.
Cool. All right. Yeah. So after cleaning up, doing a little red cat there, into that, you can kind of ease on down with them.
Well, I know I'm going to win all of the, future. Who do you trust the least? You can just be like, Adrian.
Yep.
Well, he hasn't eaten me, so But yeah, cool.
That
so
would be a good clarifying question for you later.
Oh, sure.
In character, that Baz Luhrmann almost had a car scene in Moulin Rouge, and I was almost that driver. They cut it at the last minute.
I know none of those things.
I do not understand that pop culture reference.
We have so many things to watch. Oh my god.
Yeah, you've been totally neglecting his education here, Eugene.
I have.
It's so sad. It's almost like neglectful, really.
Also, you have a fingernail like right there. That's yeah.
I have to admit that it would be a great thing for like trying to threaten someone. My buddy's gonna be picking you out of his teeth for a fucking week if you don't get me what I want to know.
I haven't even used hideous visage on anyone. We're actually do use that to threaten someone.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a move for it.
There's a move for that. There's also an app, but not really.
I want to see that.
Yeah, so you guys continue down, and you guys come upon it's like looks like it's like an impromptu picnic. The road kind of comes to an abrupt halt. It comes like that same like bulb of road, if you will, happens there, and on the road itself there's a big like blanket spread out with a basket and other things, tea set, etc. And looks like there are some people coming towards you in the distance. So you guys are now outside the forest. So you're kind of like more in a field again. But yeah, you see some people approaching, and they look more humanoid-ish. They look like they remind you of Ashera and whatnot, and Queen Mab and those. These are like Fae.
Okay.
And there are, I would say, 6 of them. And they're dressed really well. They're dressed gaudily, like how the dragon dressed, but if that times 10 in gaudy. where it's like it's like the metal, the medals that a couple of the guys have on their chests, like war medals, are like the size of saucers and stuff like that. Just everything's just overdone and larger than life sometimes, actually. But yeah, you get to the to that point. They're coming back. I'm not quite clear where they're coming back from, but they see you and they're like, "Ooh, ooh," and then, like there's this one of the guys is like a kind of an old dude. He's like impossibly thin. He's like he's anorexic thin. Like he'd be on the verge of like death in the real world, but here he's just old maybe. He has a big long beard that goes almost to his groin, and it's white and wispy, and he kind of looks at you and he's like, "Oh, we got a slave and a killer. Just what we needed. Like, won't you join us
For your picnic?
for our repast? Don't you repast where you come from, mortal man?"
I breakfast.
Mm. Oh, you're trying to be witty with me. I see this.
Not really.
And they kind of sit down, all of them in like around the edge of the road, and they don't sit down on anything. They just sit, and like it's almost as if like the air solidifies around their bottoms to hold them up. Nothing you can see, but they're sitting and not falling. And there's the smallest of them, this kind of like little kid-looking guy, maybe some relative of a boggin even, kind of goes up to open the basket and starts passing out finger sandwiches, like little quarters of sandwiches. Looks like they're maybe something like cucumber and sprouts of some sort and whatnot. He kind of takes this platter around and hands them out and gets to you guys and holds the platter out. Wouldn't want to be rude.
Do mortals normally eat your food?
Well, sure. The ones who want to stay. Want some food?
I see.
It'll be much easier after you eat the food, trust me.
I brought some of my own.
Oh.
I pull out Griff's care package.
Oh. He kind of sees it's like in a paper bag wrapper. And you didn't quite notice it, but it's wrapped up in like cellophane tape, like not masking tape, but like the stuff you're at presents with. And the guy kind of puts down the thing and he kind of traces it. He kind of and it you didn't even see any kind of pattern in it, but the guy does as he traces around. And he's like, "Whoa, oh, they're sent by a duke. They're sent by a duke." And the other people kind of like, "Oh," well, they kind of lighten up and they're like, "Oh," take notice. He's like, the old guy's like, "Which duke do you know?"
I think Griff has some splaining to.
Griff! Duke Griff? Oh, please, no, don't drink any of our poor food. Please, eat whatever he packed for you. It's better. Please, just... And they kind of back away, so they're like at a respectful distance from you. They're all on their own little invisible seats around this.
Do you know anybody who could help us remove that? I point to Adrian's collar.
Oh, they see you pointing to him. They're like, "Mean like kill him?
No,
Remove
the
him?
collar. The collar. To remove his collar."
The old wizened one kind of takes he takes a step up, but it's like he's scared to get too close to you now. He kind of leans in as if that makes it better, and kind of squints and looks, and he's like, "I just might." It's like, why do you want to remove it? Isn't servitude better than having to make decisions for yourself?
Actually, it is not.
But it's so easy. You just do what you're told. And boom. No problem. No stress. No worries.
That is fine if the ones ordering you are not causing the destruction of many others.
There is that. I get a
Through their
sense that perhaps you've done your share of destruction, yes?
I look down at the balustrade. Still coated in that red cap blood. Mike, I have. But I
He's
wish
like-
to forge my own path.
He's like, well, in the meantime, eat with us. Eat and talk, eat and talk. This is how we work here.
What is your name, sir?
Oh, you fest us.
You Fest.
You fest us.
You Festus.
And he's like, eat. Eat. He kind of gestures to the package that Griff sent.
Right, so I opened that up. I assumed it was just going to be more whiskey. But if there's food, I'll eat some.
Gotcha. So yeah, there is like a little flask in there. If you open it up, it definitely smells of nice hard, like the kind of whiskey that might make you blind.
Oh,
Like what? But what the fuck? At the and there's some breads, some other things in there. Kind of like snack treats. Like there's a muffin. It looks like rations. Like traveling type stuff.
I will pick at it gingerly
Okay,
for politeness.
cool. He's like Hephaestus is like, do you even know where you come from, servant?
Some.
What do you know?
I was assembled from the flesh and bone of 10 respected heroes that had died,
Respected
As well
heroes.
as well as my 9 brothers.
Respected heroes are
Forged from the same.
tough to come by. Heroes, yes. Respected, yes. Heroes respected, no.
It was a
That was
task of the work of many mages.
not just mages. How silly of you! Like you were a gift from all of the factions. Do you even? Hephaestus is looks around and he's like, does anyone teach anyone anymore? Do we just not care about the past? And they're like, what you can see, like at least 2 of the guys are like, past? What is this thing? It doesn't compute. He's using words that don't mean anything to a
That is
fae
all
in this
the-
land.
Wizards who created me divulged.
Years ago, and I tell you this because you have a mark of a duke with you. Years ago, there was war. Those from another world, us, those who come from the night, those who live in the mortal realm, and those who wield power, were clashing, and we needed peace, so we decided to exchange power. Maybe perhaps sharing it would warn each other about what each of us was capable of. The idea was, with this much power, why would you attack anyone else? Why would you declare war on a group? You see? He's like, I've been to your world. I know of bombs, big bombs. If you know other persons have it, you're less likely to use your own, yes?
Perhaps.
Yeah, so this is what we did. And you are a gift from everyone else. There's a little bit of us in you. There's a little bit of night in you. There's a little bit of mortality in you, as you know. And the mages added their own to the mix. You were a recipe. You were a gift. He's like, are you sure this is something you want to leave behind? It's so secure just to know your place in the world.
It's interesting to hear more of my creation.
Mm,
But the wizards, the ones who maintain this power over me, use me for aims that only further endanger the city in which we live.
mm. No, I can't
I wish
tell
to
you how
protect.
you were made, particularly, or I don't know you. I don't know your makers. However, I know that you're a slave. There's a there's a thing inside you that makes you want to serve those who have power, doesn't it? Those who demonstrate that they have what we have, what everyone has from each different group, right? You sense this power, and that's not by accident. That's a way to protect even us, the Fae, who were involved in giving the recipe to create you to the mages. And that's no mistake, and it's something important that was in place. It was to protect everyone from you, everyone in power. Us people like us, don't matter so much. We're fodder. We know. We know our place in the world, though. Except there's something to that.
Boy,
Is this something you want to let go of so easily?
I just think we don't want anybody else to put their finger on the A-bomb button. That's all.
A-bomb, I get that. I recognize that reference. Mm,
I do know that the one who holds the leash, if you will, currently, a wizard by the name of Julian,
don't know him. Don't care about him.
his aims will result in the deaths of many of each faction.
It's kind of our lot, don't you think? The others are kind of eating their little things like, yeah, yeah.
I do
Yep.
not wish to see New Midian destroyed again.
Ooh, new Midian. A new one already. Nice. Yes.
Like I've seen it destroyed twice now.
You're young. Only twice.
Can there be more than one Midian at a time?
That's a story for a different day, killer.
Oh,
Like, are you sure this is something you want to break?
It is.
Hmm. Very well. And he kind of he goes and he points to the package. He's like, "Can I?"
my package?
Not your package, but the package from Griff that you brought with you.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
He's not that kind of a. He was getting consent. That's fine. That makes it okay. We're good with that.
Sure.
But no,
I
yes, he's like he takes out a small loaf of bread, and you see him. He like twists it and crumbles it, and there's like a key that's made out of the same stuff inside there. And he looks at you. He says, "See, you had the power to unlock it all along when you were in
God.
Arcadia." And he holds it out to you. He's like, "You have to do it, though."
And what I have to do? Sorry.
He hands you the key. He's like,
Oh,
"I can't unlock it for you."
I will unlock it.
Okay. It basically fades away as it falls off you, and I'll let you rewrite one of your, not one of your, but the actual serving power
I will rewrite Serve the
instinct.
Powerful. Do I have to rewrite it
Nice.
with one of the ones that are already there?
No, This is all about making up your own, but keep in mind that this will also be an instinct, just like the last one was, and like the others are. To act against it will require you to uh, uh, act under fire or keep your cool. Excuse me.
I will think on that a moment.
Okay. In the meantime, he's like, you didn't by any chance meet a very, very unpolite redcap on your way, did you?
Oh, we did.
Oh, he was supposed to meet us here for tea, but he's not going to make it. We won't keep it waiting. Won't keep it sitting for him. It gets cold. It's hard to drink like that.
Yeah, I don't think he'll make it.
Mm.
How old are you anyway?
Oh,
Festus?
the years are hard to say. You know, I go in and out of Arcadia. These children flock to me because they think I'm interesting.
What's
I'm
the
not.
earliest? What's the earliest thing you remember it from my world?
Earliest thing I remember from your world. Huh. It's like he's actually thinking. He's like it fades and comes back. It's almost like a dream to me. I remember. I remember a great city.
Did it have horses or cars?
Oh, it had horses. It was. Oh, oh yes. I actually spoke to their duke or leader briefly. He found me interesting too. Caligula.
Oh, God.
Very weird man, even by Fae standards.
Even by Faye standards, he was pretty big on the party scene. I think, if I remember correctly.
He kind of pats his like the cakes that are still on the middle of the thing. He's like, I'll keep my parties, thanks. And everybody else is kind of eating away at their muffins and little tea cakes and finger cakes and finger sandwiches, etc.
Oh. So now what, Adrian? Do we get out of here?
Home.
All right. Thanks a lot. Gotta go.
Oh, that was quick. Two business. I like that though. Yes, are you taking this gate?
Oh, I don't.
Perhaps if it is open. Our
Mm,
guide did not make it with us.
Oh, well then. It'll open shortly. It opens when we finish our tea.
Does it
Well-
return to New Midian?
Yes. Yes, it should. Maybe, probably, perhaps. And they're like, we'll drink quickly so it opens for you. And everybody's like, Only you have these guys picking up two different teacups and filling them, and before you know it, the tea is gone, the cakes are gone, the little sandwiches are gone, and there's like little crumbs all over the blanket. And he's like, it should open right now. And sure as heck, same door that you saw before opens. And he's like, better go quick, only for a little while. And then you're stuck here for a while. Like, long while. You might as well eat the food.
Euphestus, before we go, if you happen to see a wolf, would you let him out?
A wolf. I will let him out. For you, killer.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
And tell the Duke, I know he's never heard my name before, but Euphestus is his worthy servant and is happy to have served him even in Arcadia, away from him.
All of that, huh? That whole thing? Okay.
Yes, just don't mix up the words. It's very important. You better go.
All right.
No time to squabble.
All right, we go through.
All right. It's the same gut-wrenching, pressing, stretching, folding, expanding, contracting, existing, not existing, and suddenly you're basically dumped on the street where you originally started. Ashera is like she's like sitting with her back against the wall, and she's cut, but it's more like she's actually like just using it as a prop at this point. She's on her phone with her free hand. One hand's over her wound, the other hand's on her phone. And she
Can I help you?
she sees you guys kind of tumble out, and she's like, well, like I know the time is different there. You've been gone for just a couple seconds.
Like I saw the wolf come in, and I feared you may have been injured.
Oh, he injured me, all right. But I'm gonna be fine. I'll be fine.
Why? Why did he injure you?
I don't know. I was standing in his way to the gate. Maybe he thought I was going to stop him. I wouldn't do anything of the sort. If he wants to go through, who am I to stop a man? Or woman? He's like, did you get what you wanted?
I did. Thank you.
Very well. So we're all even? Everything's good?
We're even. You held up your end of the bargain.
Excellent. Did no one say that I welch? And she's like, can I get a ride back to the coffee shop, though?
Of course.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, it's like, it's not the first time there's been blood on these seats. Don't worry about it, baby.
Well, as I just tossed my balustrade in, so.
Yeah. Don't mind the leather.
Bunk.
All right. So yeah, once she gets back to the coffee shop, she gets out and pops on in, not even worried that she's obviously like has a bloody wound on her body or, on her clothes. Nobody really seems to notice as she goes in. But yeah, she leaves behind this. It's weird. You've never been in an enclosed area with area with her before, but it kind of smells like lemons almost. It smells like her scent is like lemony. Strangely.
It's refreshing.
Cool. Well, what do you guys do?
I'm not really sure. Next on our list.
Thank you for coming with me. I assumed we would be longer and you would be out of Lagrange's eyes for a period of time.
Oh.
But I fear we've just left and returned.
Yeah, that takes quite a toll on we mortals. I think some of those images are permanently burnt into my retinas now. I don't think I'm going to get that sun out of my head for quite a while.
And I'm sorry you needed to see the details of my form.
Yeah, well, we all
It's
have
not one of my choosing. But
we all have our ugly forms to hold on to, so I understand. Kind of.
This makes this conversation easier if I just say I get it. So cool.
Yeah. So
is it something that you as a human can overlook in our dealings?
Yeah. I think it's more of a shock of just knowing. It's not like I haven't seen giant toothed creatures before, so more just now that I know, well, it's just different. But I definitely don't ever want to smell that again.
Cool. All right, do we have anything you guys want to do, or should we end the session here and go for the
Yeah, I don't think we
closing
want to go
moves?
after Lagrange at this point.
Yeah, I don't think. What time is it?
And I was going to rewrite mine, and I don't think like protect my friends isn't exactly my style. But I'm trying to think of how to weave the fact that I want to, save the city in there, and I don't want to go all Oliver Queen and save the city,
murder everyone that even threatens it.
Yeah, murder everyone who could threaten it.
Protect the children.
But I'm not sure how to write that in exactly.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's kind of a precarious thing for the vessel because, like I said, you're just replacing a line of programming with another line of programming.
Sure.
So again, same effects as before. So it's very interesting for you because again, this all is what defines you. This is what makes you Adrian, and it's about to change a little. And as you kind of keep getting these, it'll keep changing.
Right. Because my overall goal, I don't want New Midian to be destroyed again. But I can't rewrite it to protect all factions or protect the city because that's kind of too broad.
Yeah, it's too broad and it's going to cause us so much more trouble than you're willing to actually get into.
Absolutely.
Think on it.
I don't want to be too specific and say, stop New Midian from being destroyed because that's like too narrow.
That could be like, the garbage not getting picked up regularly, potentially,
right.
You want to go killing garbage guys, trust me.
They're not easy to dispose of.
Are they?
Yeah, let's think about that offline.
Fair enough. That's cool. No, it's a huge decision in your character's being here. All right, so let's do session end stuff right away. Yeah, this I think we accomplished awesome stuff here. It's pretty cool. We just covered some new things. We got some use out of moves. Good times. I miss Mark though. I'm glad when he's back next session. So not this coming week, but next week. Pardon me, moi. All right, so let's do end of session. So why don't we start with let's go with Eugene.
So I think I've learned quite a bit about Wild, given the
everything
form that I've seen, the whole venture into Arcadia, timelines that they can cross, the physical boundaries they can cross, impact on Night, or on the Wolf. Not to mention all the things that, all the different ways that I kill those creatures.
Yeah.
So I'm going to add one to Wild, and then I think maybe what makes sense is not knowing the connection between, I guess, not knowing that the mage connection to my friend Adrian in the way that they actually are responsible for putting him together like that. I mean, I had seen the runes, but and I guess also the idea that after after hearing the assumption that it was the mages, and then it's not even the mages, it's everybody. So I'm going to subtract one out of power.
Cool. Perfect. All right, Adrian, how about you?
I think I'm doing the same thing, which is, I learned obviously more about Wild, and now I'm questioning, my origin and power. Because I think they're the ones who obviously, did it, but what else did they leave out?
Gotcha. Cool. That's perfect. Awesome. Yeah, good session, guys. I totally winged all that shit, so you got what you got.
Nice.
Sorry.
It's Arcadia. You can totally wing it.
Cool. Well, hope you guys had fun.
We did. Thank you.
Yeah, anything you guys want to do before we wrap it up?
No, I'm good.
Maybe just a quick review of kind of like what's out there.
Oh, for like plot threads?
Yeah, because I think the next opening moves I want to make, well, I really only have one to make, but I kind of want it to be able to continue to tie in. So we've got like
Sure.
3 games left. So
Yeah, why don't we do? We actually didn't get around to it this week, but let's go on Discord and kind of put it out there. I'm not
Okay.
sure if you guys want to keep it just in our forum, or you guys want to bring it on to RPG Talk, wherever you guys feel comfortable. We can just kind of list the plots that you remember that were going on there, what you're interested, that kind of thing. I can't guarantee all of them will get tied up or really even worked with too much, given
Sure.
how much time we have left. But it's definitely something I want to, because you put those out there because they're important to you, so I want to explore them as much as I can. So, yeah, why don't we do that on Discord? Let's do that on Discord this week.
Okay.
In fact, are you guys cool with doing it on RPG Talk? The open one everybody can see.
Sure.
Yeah, just kind of curious to pop it out there.
Sure.
Then everybody gets a chance to kind of see what's important to you as you're, again, only bring up the ones that you give a crap about. The ones that are kind of throwaway for you, don't even mention. Don't worry about them.
Okay.
Yeah, pop it out there. Cool. So, all right. So let's see here. Let's wrap her up. So, here are I forgot to do the stars of the show. You're kind of staggered here. But over here we have Steve. Awesome. And Aaron, the amazing. Well, awesome dudes. Our stars of the show. I'm Scott of Scott's Case Files. In theory, you're watching this on either my YouTube or my Twitch channel right now. If you're watching on Twitch, go ahead and, if you like it, go ahead and hit the follow button, and you can select to be alerted whenever I go live, like now. I've also been more successfully doing stuff on Twitch, letting people know when we're going live and not. Also, there below here are links to my Twitter and Discord. Discord is where you can talk to us offline and interact with everybody involved here. That kind of thing, which is pretty cool. And otherwise, that's it. I hope everybody, viewers and players alike, enjoyed the session. It was, like I said, it was seat in my pants all the way, but I found it interesting, so I'm happy with it. But so we will not be getting together this coming Thursday. Again, I'm trying to, as we discussed earlier before Steve got here, I'm trying to do for this campaign. I want to do 100% attendance thing, because we're just getting so close that to cut people out at this point is just hurting the fiction. I want to make this a better story, and the best way we can make this a better story is to have everyone present, to get everybody participating. So all 3 of us. Or all 3 of the players, rather. And that's it. So, yeah, not this coming week, but the following week, in theory, we're getting back together. And until then, hope you guys all have a good one. Steve, that's right, I won't see you this Sunday for Masks, right?
I was going to say, where are you going to be?
Oh, I thought you... was it this past... Oh, it was this past week we missed you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm missing on my times.
That's
Okay.
that's why I had 2 to catch up on.
Oh, that's right. Yes, so we will see you this Sunday in Masks. So check out Masks. Also a good campaign. Cool. All right, take care, guys.
Okay, see ya.
Bye.
Thank you.